Hey, what's good guys? Welcome back to the channel and let's get stuck into my fire build for Crimson Desert. I really hope you guys will enjoy this build. If you like the channel and you like the content so far, give us a subscribe, like the video of course, and let's get stuck in. So, the guide itself, we're going to touch base on the skill tree, some combos, my weapons and armor, and my abyss gear. This is of course a fire build and mid-level build as well, so very accessible. All the items, the armor, and all the fundamentals to the build really are quite easy to grab hold of. So enjoy the video guys, let's get stuck in. So let's jump into the gear setup guys for the build. Now before I sort of delve into my gear and my weapons, let's just touch base on Crimson Desert, the game itself. Now when you're equipping armor or weapons, there's not too much of a difference between sort of weapon stats or defense in armor. Obviously, you're going to get better pieces here and there, but overall, just use any setup that you want. Use any gear, use any weapons that you like. You can use a two-hander, you can use a greatsword, you can use a longsword, whatever whatever it may be. Do what you want, have fun, be creative, create your own builds. Of course, this is my playstyle. This is what I enjoy. And obviously, the armor and weapons in my build is what I personally like. You can obviously copy like for like, or just do whatever you want. But of course, as you can see, the Golden Greed armor is the set that I'm rocking. Just aesthetically, looks really cool. The refinement in my gear isn't where I'd like it to be because I've invested a lot of materials into my previous setup, which was the Armor of Shadows. So anyway, on the helmet, we've got 35% turning slash damage. So this is it's bolstering our DPS. Obviously, dual wield is really good with the light attack combos into turning slash. It's sort of the bulk of our damage, and it's just a really effective abyss gear. You can get it very early on. I believe it's in one of the snow areas. You can grab the Stag Lord helmet and then, of course, extract the abyss gear from the helmet and put it onto whatever you want. The plate armor, so Golden Greed plate armor, of course, as you can see, pretty good defensive stats. I've gone for a very generic sort of abyss gear loadout, so I've got stamina regen and defense. Of course, you can interchange this to whatever you like, but this is personally just what I'm rocking, and it's quite effective. It's dealing a lot of damage. I'm not taking as much damage either. Plate gloves, defense, of course, nice attack, and again, very generic abyss gears there, defense as well. You can put attack speed on here, but be careful if you put attack or crit rate abyss gears, they don't affect your weapons. Plate boots, we've gone for Flames of Judgment and Volcanic Eruption. Now, this is the absolute fundamental of the build and what I love about this build. So Volcanic Eruption is a fantastic ability. All you need to do is head on over to Twilight Grotto in Demonis. You can then approach a waterfall, go inside the cave, and you can grab yourself Scorch, Flame, plate gloves, take them back to the witch, and then extract the abyss gear itself. And then you can simply put it on any piece of armor that you want. So for me, I've put both Volcanic Eruption and Flames of Judgment. Again, Flames of Judgment is another armor piece you can get in Chapter 8 for defeating the final boss there. And you can then extract Flames of Judgment from the gloves, or I believe it's the boots, it's either one. But again, both very good abilities and abyss gears that you can incorporate into this fire build, and it makes up a lot of DPS output with our turning slash capabilities. So that's the armor pieces. And now let's move on to the weapons. So we have the Melted Ambition. Again, this is a campaign story weapon. I've got it up to refinement 5. Of course, you can obviously bolster this and upgrade this yourself as well. But we've got Crow's Pursuit, Critical Rate, and Spirit's Judgment. Spirit's Judgment is a really cool ability. It basically silhouettes Fontaine the Cursed Knight's ability. So great abyss gear. We've also got Crow's Pursuit as well, which obviously maximizes our DPS with our forward slashes. Fated Shadow is the next weapon. We've got Grey Soul Howling, attack and attack speed. Of course, you can interchange these. You can put critical rate there. And of course, upgrade your abyss gears to wherever you see is best for yourself. Very solid weapon. Good Good amounts of damage, really. I haven't had too much trouble with most of the bosses in the game at the moment. I mean, the fact that these aren't maxed out and the fact that I haven't got maxed out Abyss gears, I'm trancing through most of the bosses and doing tons of DPS. Um, but the way you can get Fated Shadow is through Chapter 9, Sage of the Desert. You can defeat Goyen, and there's a cave to the top right after you've defeated him. You can then pick that up in there. Very solid weapon. Got no problems with these at all. Very good. And of course, moving on to our jewellery. So with the earrings, I've just gone for basic defense and movement speed earrings. So we've got the Grey Mains earrings and the Ancient earrings, both incorporating decent defensive stats if you were to upgrade them, and of course some health regeneration too. So not too shabby at all. And then if we move on to the necklace, now this is the White Lion's necklace. It's a little bit of travelling to get it, but it's certainly worth it, as you can get, I believe, 4 critical rates if you were to maximise it and upgrade. So as you can see on the map, this is the location of where a pride of lions are, and here you'll find a white lion. You just simply need to defeat him, and then of course skin the lion, and you will grab yourself the White Lion necklace. It's a very solid necklace. It's got very decent stats. Of course, you get plenty of necklaces from doing the chapters in the main story quest up to chapter 9. I believe you can get a Stardust necklace as well. Witch's Ring, again, this is from the campaign. Good attack speed and attack, and of course I've got the Payloon Signet. So that's pretty much the gear loadout, guys, and just what I am rocking for the build. Now, if we move on to the skill tree, again, this is a segment where, of course, this is player discretion. You can use whatever skills you want. I'm not forcing you to use certain skills for the build, but this is my playstyle, so I'll showcase you what I've got. So, 7 stamina and 4 spirit. Now, this is quite a spirit-hungry build, so I probably will just upgrade that quickly to level 5. Recommended levels, I would like to have stamina, spirit, and health at the same level, as they're all very important. They all have their attributes, pros and cons. But I've gone a little bit higher in stamina, as of course this is a aggressive build, so we will chunk through stamina, and of course spirit as well. Armed combat. Now, the more you put into this, of course your light attacks will bolster up in damage, so I would like to upgrade that more. So of course, max out your armored combat for your light attacks. Forward slash and turning slash. These are the main 2 abilities in the build. And of course, our weapons complement these 2. So max those out. Stab, very good ability. I prefer spinning slash, as of course I do have the nature's echo down here. The echoing spinning slash. So when we do this, we can incorporate our light attack combos, and it's a filler combo. So it will just bolster our DPS and it can extend our combos. So very solid move. Blinding Flash Finisher. I think this is absolutely OP. It's just a really overpowered move, and I definitely recommend it. Of course, you can choose grappling moves and unarmed combat, but this is just my playstyle, and I like to go with the basics really. Moving on to the spirit tree, I have Focus, Keen Senses, and Nature's Snare. Of course, level these up to whatever you like. I did Nature's Snare for a gimmick boss, and of course, Keen Senses, you can't go wrong with that. And then moving on to the red tree, we have our elements, Lightning Surge, Frost Mantle, and Flame Strike. This is a very good filler move and a core in our fire build. And of course, Imbue Element, I've gone for the Elemental Turning Slash. So when we do this, we can basically take advantage of the Volcanic Eruption and Flames of Judgment that we've got on our gloves. So now that we've gone over the skill sets, the gear loadouts and weapons, let's just go into my sort of playstyle and what combos I like to utilise within the build. So, starting off, light attacks into turning slash. Cannot go wrong with this. We can utilise our Volcanic Eruption, our Flames of Judgment for AoE damage, and of course we can utilise Grey Soul Howling and the Nature's Echo, which obviously bolsters our turning slash damage. Absolute fundamental. Cannot go wrong with the damage on turning slash. So, next up, again using our fire capabilities here, we have the Flame Strike. So another very solid move. It's more of a filler combo move, but after light attacks we can obviously utilise this for extra damage. and taking advantage of volcanic eruption. R2 attacks on the PS5 controller are heavy attacks, utilising Grey Soul Howling and Crow's Pursuit to output massive amounts of damage. Very good, solid combo, of course, for dual wield. Very solid damage output with the Crow's Pursuit as well. Spirit's Judgment, again, this is a filler combo attack or a dodge attack as well, so we can utilise that extra silhouette Fortain Ghost there for some extra damage if we want to dodge. And Spinning Slash, very good ability, lovely combo extender here, as you can see. You can just utilise the fast action-paced combat of this build with Spinning Slash to extend your combos. So of course, utilising all of these combos, guys, will net you tons of damage, and I'm sure you'll have tons of fun with this build. So if you got this far into the build guide, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. If you like what you see, subscribe to the channel, like the video, that would be fantastic. And any feedback or suggestions, drop me a comment. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Of course, as always, guys, take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.